Hi, this is Matt with LiveSportscaster.com bringing you another tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to use the scheduler extension within LiveSportscaster.com. Now, if you're watching this tutorial, it's probably a good idea to go back and watch or listen to the how to create a clip in LiveSportscaster tutorial because that's going to be a prerequisite for this tutorial. You'll have to go ahead and already do that and know how to do that before you use the scheduler extension, which is what we're going to learn how to do right now. We're going to click on the login button. This is going to take us to a page where we log in. I've already got my information in here. I'm going to click on login. This will take us to the front end of the site. We'll just hover over our username and go to administration. Now this will take us to the main admin panel within the site. We're going to use the clips option because you'll see here that I've already created a clip for this tutorial. It's called the scheduler tutorial clip. And if you'll notice on this page, there's a couple things I want you to notice here. This lists basically all the clips within the channel because I'm an administrator. Yours might look a little bit different because it'll only show the clips that you have uploaded and that you have created within your portal. And you'll notice here on the left-hand side there's a status column. This status column will basically show you exactly whether the clip has been activated or whether it's been deactivated. And the easiest way to figure that out is if the light bulb is lit up, obviously it's active. If it is not lit up, obviously it's inactive. And I've left this one inactive because we're going to schedule this clip to be active for a future time. I'm not going to do a future date because I want you to see it happen live during this tutorial. So it's going to be as simple as that. I'm going to show you exactly how we get that done. You'll see here I have this scheduled out till 11:05. It's now currently 10:59, so hopefully within the next 6 minutes we can show exactly how to go through all this and get it done. So you'll see it's inactive. So right now this is not showing on the front end of LiveSportscaster. It's only viewable and editable from the back end administration area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the edit icon here. And you'll see here, because the clip's already been created, all this information has already been filled out. But you'll see a tab here that was not available to you prior to about 5 days ago, and that's the scheduler tab. And this is very, very useful if you, let's say you're a sports broadcaster and you have basketball games, football games that you want to schedule out in advance, but you don't want them to show them on your front end of your website just yet. And you don't want to have to manually go in and activate them let's say a day or so in advance before the broadcast. This is a way to schedule out the broadcast and allow for it to activate it automatically on the front end of the site without you having to touch it any further. So in order to do that, it's very simple. We're just going to go to New Task. This will create a new task for the clip we've already created. And this is just for your reference. You can label it as New Task 1, or you can call it whatever you want. You can relate it to the clip if you would like. Description, you don't really have to do that, but I'm just going to say description. If I could spell right. So description is in there. Now we're going to select the clip we want to use. It's already showing the scheduler tutorial clip. It's just going to show the most recent one that I've created. So that's what we want to use, but you can also create ones for other ones within another clip as well. The action is where we're going to tell it what to do. So we can either have it deactivate by a certain date, activate it by a certain date, delete the whole clip by a certain date, deactivate after a certain number of playbacks, deactivate after a specified number of complete playbacks, which means they watched it fully through, or deactivate after a certain amount of clicks. That's just for basically ads, but that's a administration thing there that you won't have to worry about. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate it by date. Now I'm not going to have the date be different because I want to show you in this tutorial, so it's going to stay as 12/11, but you can schedule it out by clicking this calendar and saying, let's say I have a broadcast on January 15th. I could select January 15th of 2014. That's when I want it to activate, and I could specify the time here. But for this purpose, we're going to keep it on today's date. Right now we got it in 24-hour format, so you'll have to kind of know military time in order to notice this will change in the future. We'll eventually have it to where it's 12-hour format, which most people in the U.S. are used to, but as of now, it's in 24-hour format, so you'll just have to get used to that. So let's say I want it to, it's now 11:03. Let's say I want this to activate at 11:05. I'll type in 11 as the hour, minutes going to be 05, and seconds will be 0 because I just want it to be exactly at 11:05. Repeat, if we want this task to be created after the execution, and a repeat for another future date, we'll select that. Auto delete, if you want this task to be deleted after this is done, you can do that by selecting auto delete. We don't necessarily have to do that, so I'm going to click save. So the task has been created successfully, and now it's 11:03 and 11:05. This should automatically activate. So we're going to go back to the task, and you'll see here it brings up a separate admin panel that shows the task. It shows whether the task has been executed and shows whether it should repeat or not. So right now it shows that it's currently pending, and 11:05 is where it shows the date that it should take place. We're going to go back to the main screen. You'll see here that it still is inactive and is now 11:04. And as soon as 11:05 hits, we will refresh the page, and it should be active automatically without us having to hit the light bulb icon. Okay, it's now 11:05. If I just hit the refresh page here, just hit the clip section, you'll see that this automatically activates for you. And there is no longer any need for you to go in and change anything once you create the clip for a future date. This has been another Live Sportscaster tutorial. If you have any questions for us, please give us a call. You can also send us an email at support@livesportscaster.com with any future questions you may have. Thanks for watching.